Hello guys, it is Mari aka Kurathepi. I will be chatting about random things you don't need to know. So apparently, SpongeBob recently did something in this creepy lost episode I found. For copyright reasons, I can't show you, but lol describe it. When it was nighttime, I secretly sneaked downstairs to watch TV. So, I decided to watch SpongeBob on Nickelodeon. It was season 1. So the episode started with the SpongeBob theme song as usual. But the episode title card said SpongeBob's forcing. At first, this seemed normal up until it showed a close-up of SpongeBob injured horribly, and I was watching this at 3 a.m. so things were probably not going to go good. As I was watching it, I decided to grab some chips, but when I came back to watch it, I forgot to pause it and I saw this. Squidward was shouting SpongeBob's name. When SpongeBob said Squidward, I will hurt you, and Squidward was shocked. But I got curious so I kept watching, and then SpongeBob broke into Squidward's house. Squidward got shocked, and locked himself in his room. But SpongeBob was able to break in, and said Squidward, you're going down today. And SpongeBob was laughing with blood drooling from his mouth. He grabbed his spatula to hit Squidward with it. The spatula grows a knife on it. Squidward backed away from SpongeBob and said, SpongeBob, I hate you even more. SpongeBob moved closer to Squidward. Then, he was hissing in a disturbing way. Then, SpongeBob's spatula knife lands on Squidward's head, nose, and even his stomach. This causes Squidward's body to tingle up and explode, leaving blood everywhere. I got scared of this episode, and I quickly tried to turn it off. But I noticed something. It did not work when I tried to turn it off. After that episode, the ending credits were pitch black and the music was low-pitched. Really low-pitched. This terrified me, so I decided to watch Ripped Pants instead. When I tried to change the episode, it did not work. I told my mom to help me change it, but she was so sleepy, she didn't wake up. I was crying in fear, until I noticed that SpongeBob was talking through the TV and said, oh, you can't escape this episode and change it. I got mad at SpongeBob. I said UGH. I regret watching this episode. IT makes me disturbed. SpongeBob got sad and said you're mean and cruel. I will call. He cut off. I got him sued. Call who? Just then, one of my dogs came in. I won't tell the name for a privacy reason. My dog loved me so much, he bit SpongeBob's eye through the TV, causing a long, annoying, high-pitched, squeaky cry, and then, SpongeBob was yelling at me, and he loudly asked, oh, I will hurt you, dumb meanie. He cut my eye through the TV screen, causing me to cry, and I went to my mom, but I randomly fell for no reason. My mom woke up and said, oh my god, are you okay, Mari? My mom said in a quiet, calm, warm voice. My mom hugged me while I was crying. My eye was swelling really hard, and it was bleeding. Then, I heard SpongeBob's voice laughing in a mean-spirited way. Then, he said, you can't hide from me, we will play hide and seek. If you lose, and I can find you, I will disappear. If you lose, and I can't find you, I will be here forever. I quickly hid outside near the tree with my mom because I wouldn't be old enough to go alone. Once I did that, I remember that if we hide in a place where SpongeBob can't find us, he won't leave us alone. I quickly hugged my mom, hoping I wouldn't get hurt again, but I heard SpongeBob's voice say, haha, I knew you would lose. Now I can finally hurt you tilde. Hello guys, welcome to part 2 of the randomness of Chit Chat Skit Brat. This is the last part of the SpongeBob Lost episode. The third part will be about the Powerpuff Girls. So, once we were hiding near the tree and we know we lost and didn't win, we grabbed the whole entire tree and hit SpongeBob with it. However, it did not affect SpongeBob because he's a sponge. Obviously, my mom said, we have to hurry up and defeat SpongeBob and get him back into the TV before things go wrong. I said, okay, we will try, but SpongeBob already knew what we're gonna do. and said I can defeat you with Krabby Patty single quotes as tilde my kindness is way too nice, tilde. I replied with, well, you don't seem kindness and nice, and plus, a Krabby Patty is a food. You can't hurt people with food. SpongeBob's face changed from a grin to a frown, and he replied to me with, oh yes, a food can defeat you, his voice sounding deeper. Then, he just started throwing Krabby Patties at me. At first, I thought it was just normal until it made my face on fire. I started screaming and crying in pain, and I saw it. Ow, it hurts so bad. Ow, my face burns. Ouchie ouch, 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 help me, Mom. Blood particles started forming onto my face. My mom got mad at SpongeBob, so she kicked SpongeBob's leg, causing SpongeBob letting out an annoying, loud, high-pitched, squeaky cry. I said, ha, SpongeBob, you're going down from me. I started to punch SpongeBob's nose, kick his mouth, and choke him and fling him to the ground. It only caused him to bleed from his holes. SpongeBob got even sadder, to the point his crying didn't only get more annoying, but it got more high-pitched. That made it even more irritating. Then, SpongeBob finally stopped crying. Then, SpongeBob said it's my turn now. He grabbed another Krabby Patty and tried to throw it at me, but I dodged it really fast. Then, I kicked SpongeBob's arm, pulled his leg, cracked his head, snapped his stomach, and then I threw him to the ground. Just then, SpongeBob was now bleeding. He was passed out. At first, I thought he was finally defeated, and I said yay. Now I can enjoy life without that SpongeBob. Me and my mom went back inside to watch a movie, just until we heard knocking from the door, so we decided to open it. When we opened it, SpongeBob appeared. He couldn't from proper words, and he said, me to fet you me no lows you lows. Ma to fet you metter munch you try SpongeBob will wan. I tilted my head in confusion and said, what does that mean? Then, SpongeBob started biting me, which caused me to bleed. I said, not happening. I started choking SpongeBob and throwing him out the window, causing him to bleed even more. Once I did that, I went to bed because it was late. When I was sleeping, SpongeBob put Gary on me. And when I woke up, Gary bit all over me and I was bleeding way too much, causing me to cry because it was chasing me and kept biting me. So I couldn't run for help. I said in my mind, is there an actual way to banish SpongeBob? And Gary finally stopped biting me, and I decided to look at SpongeBob for a few hours and then say, hey SpongeBob, I will give you free candy if you leave me alone. I was clearly lying, because I wanted SpongeBob to stop, and SpongeBob, the dumb one, he is obviously believed this lie and said, yes, I want candy, where is it? I replied, if you go back into the TV, you'll get the candy. When SpongeBob crawled back into his show, he realized Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Patrick, and more were gone. He wasn't even in Bikini Bottom. He was just in a pitch-black TV screen. He yelled and shouted for help and said, ooh, you lied to me. Next time, I will come back to hurt you. I said, that's because you hurt me for no reason at all, and it isn't right. SpongeBob shook his head in understanding and said, fine, whatever, goodbye I guess. I waved as his vanished. This is the end of that creepypasta story I made up. So, this didn't actually happen. Please don't believe fake stuff like this.